was going to try to start filming, but the dog is barking at something outside. I think there's someone in the alleyway. She is not, hello. She is not happy about it. Hey, it's okay. Come here, lay down. You're okay, lay down. Someone's out there, so she's, you okay? They're not doing nothing wrong. Lay down. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Hello, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today I'm going to be doing my October haul. This is not all of the books I got in October because I did go to an author event, a signing event, and all of those books that I got there are in a different video, which I will have linked up in the cards for you. That's Authors in the Bluegrass. But these are the books that I acquired otherwise in October. We ended up driving from Lexington up through Ohio and then across to Pennsylvania to come home. So we hit a couple other half-price books, and we hit both. There's 2 Joseph Beths in the country, and we hit both of them. So, and then I have some special editions to share with you as well. I'm trying to do this because I just put up my new shelf, and like I want to make sure all of my hauls and everything are done so I can actually like reorganize my shelves and be good. I do have books that for November already, but it's only the middle of November, so they're not ready to be hauled yet, obviously, because I try to do it by monthly. Try to. So let's see. These are in no particular order. They're literally just in the order that I have them sitting on the shelf here. So these first 2 are from Amazon. The first one being Sovereign by Rhea Morris Edwards. This is a dark cowboy romance that has nothing on the back of it, so I don't remember what it's about. I believe I've seen a couple people talk about this. I don't remember if it has Yellowstone vibes. I feel like most cowboy, like if it's like cowboy dark romance, I feel like it's gonna have some kind of Yellowstone vibes. But there are a ton of trigger warnings and tags. It just sounds, I'm really like, I'm craving more cowboy romance. I think everyone's in their cowboy romance era right now, but I wanted some like dark stuff because I read Knotted recently, like a couple months ago, and I was obsessed with it. So I need to finish reading that series, but I wanted to read some other stuff as well. So I got that one on Amazon. Then I had a pre-order for Devney Perry's second book in her Haven River Ranch series. We have Sunlight. I have not read the first book yet. I'm so behind with her backlist that I think 2025 is going to be the year where I start reading all of these authors' backlists that I've been trying to work through for a while now. Next one was a book we got in Alabama. I think it was a used bookstore in Alabama. That is Manhunt by Vanessa Vale. I think this is the first book on a Manhunt book 1. So this is the first book in that series. Again, I don't know what a lot of these are about. I just know I've seen them and they've been on my radar for a while. So like I picked it up because I saw it and I was familiar with it. Next we have one I got from Joseph Beth, and that is a book I already own. I haven't read yet. Whispers of You by Catherine Cowles. I got it because it is a signed copy. She has a whole set of, the whole set of these books are signed. I wasn't going to get the whole set. I already own all of them, I think except book 3. But I did want to get a signed copy, because I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to meet her at a signing. I hope to one day. She's one of my like unicorn authors that I really hope to meet one day. It'll be a time though, because I have her entire collection of books. Next one was another book that I got at Joseph Beth, and that is Give Me a Reason by A.L. Jackson. This is the first book of one of her series, Redemption Hills series. She's an author I've been wanting to read for a long time now, but I haven't gotten to. So this is going to be, I don't know if this is the first book I actually read or if it's the first book that I've just collected, but I really want to read her. I think she does romantic suspense as well, which I have been falling in love with lately. Then we have a couple that I got from Half Price Books. So I got books 2 and 3 in the whatever series this is called, Windy City series. I do have book 1, Mile High. So we have The Right Move, which is book 2, and caught up, which is book 3. Play Along just came out as well. I don't have that one yet, but I like these cityscape covers a lot. Next, another one from Half Price Books, and that is Medicine Man by Saffron A. Kent. This is an older book. I do remember seeing Jess from Peace Love 2018. Jess from Peace Love Books read this a while ago, and I think she really liked it. It's one that I was, again, I'm familiar enough with that it's stuck in my memory that it's something that sounded interesting here that I wanted to read. But yeah, so there's that one. Another Half Price Books find is Sins of Seven by Penelope Ward. I believe this is also a signed copy. Yeah, it is, because I got this because she was going to be at, I think, Indies and Made Philly. But of course it's already a signed copy, so I wasn't going to bring it with me because it's already signed and I don't need to. Half of these I don't even remember getting, but I guess I did. These also look like Half Price Books finds. So I got Fierce King by Sadie Kincaid. This is from the last chapter book. If I find like special like book box editions, I usually try to grab them. So this is from the last chapter bookshop. I don't know what this is. Is it dark romance? I don't know. But Sadie Kincaid is an author I haven't read before, but I am curious for sure. Then we have Brutal Intentions by Lilith Vincent. This is another last chapter bookshop edition. I believe I have read a Lilith Vincent before. I just can't remember which book it was. I also have other copies of her books. So I want to read more by her because I'm pretty sure was it Lilith Vincent, or there's another author that has a name that's pretty close to hers. Lilith Roman, I think, is the other one that I get them confused a lot. All right, another Half Price Books find is The Spirit House by Johnny Compton. This is actually like a horror book. October didn't October for me like I wanted it to this year, and I really wanted to read some spooky horror, like thriller stuff, ghost books. And I really love books that are around like haunted houses because I'm a big I like ghost hunting shows a lot. So I love things with like haunted locations. So I really wanted to read this one, but of course I didn't get around to it. So we'll probably save it. Hopefully for next year I'll be able to actually get to it. And then a Barnes & Noble find. I finally got The House at Watch Hill by Karen Marie Moning. This is her new book. She hasn't written anything in I believe she hasn't written anything since Kingdom of Shadow and Light, which is the last book of the Fever series, which I haven't read yet. And I really want to do a reread of that entire series before I get and read the final book, just so I can refresh my memory. But there's like 10 books in that series, and they're long. At least the last few are long. So I have to do a reread, but this is not in that verse. This, I believe, is set in New Orleans. Oh, Divinity, Louisiana. But it's like, I don't know, it's like paranormal or like supernatural of some sort. I don't know. I just adore her. I read, except for the Final Fever series, I've read every book by her. She is one of my absolute favorite authors. She's an auto-buy author for me. I read her Immortal Highlander series, which I loved, but I feel like I need to revisit because I did see that, I think Jess from Peace Love Books, her group read Beyond the Highland Mist, which is the first book in that series for one of their book clubs, and they didn't like it. And I read it many, many years ago. So I feel like I need to revisit that whole series and see if it still holds up or not. But I am very excited to read The House on Watch Hill. I love her so much. I'm not the biggest fan of this cover. I actually really like the UK cover a lot better. But this is the one that Barnes & Noble had, and it was the only copy left they had. So I made sure to scoop it up while I still could. And then we have, I believe this was October, Barnes & Noble special edition. I got the pre-order of The Striker by Anna Huang. This is the first book of her new series that I don't know what it's called. But I know it's soccer. I don't know if they're all soccer or if just this one is soccer. But I really like the black and the purple. That's why I got the Barnes & Noble edition. I think that I'm probably going to get all of the Barnes & Noble editions out of this. Oh, Gods of the Game. I think Gods of the Game is the name of the series. But yeah, I think I'm going to get all of the Barnes & Noble editions of this series if they're this pretty. All the last ones are special editions. The first one I ended up getting in an overstock sale from Mystic Box, and it is River of Rain by C.E. Rickey. This was one of their Babe exclusive editions, and they had extras. So I picked up this one, and I love, look at those beautiful sprayed forest, sprayed edges, and the beautiful silver foiling. And I believe this is an MM. This is 2 books in one. Oh my god, look, I didn't look at the inside. I just saw the cover. Look how pretty. Oh my god, I am obsessed. They've been doing dust jackets a lot lately. I'm not like the biggest fan of the dust jackets. I usually like the naked book a lot better underneath. But I don't like want to get rid of the dust jacket. Like, I don't know how to store it. So I'm just keeping them on. But I believe this is 2 books in one. After Rain, I don't know. Follow the River and After Rain Falls, I think, are the 2 books that are in this. I believe it's an MM duet, if I'm not mistaken. Which I haven't, don't get on me for this, but I don't think I've read any MM romances. I think I have a couple. I haven't gotten to them yet, though. I should. This is one of the ones I'm really curious about, because I think it's a dark MM romance, so I'm really curious. And then for other Mystic box, I don't remember which box there is. They're behind with a lot of stuff, and I have like 4 or 5 outlying boxes that haven't been shipped yet. But one of their monthly boxes was In Flight and Mile High. Oh no, sorry. Up in the Air is the name of the series, volume 1, and the 2 books in it are In Flight and Mile High by R.K. Lily, which I wish I would have had these. I mean, I think these are signed anyway, but I believe R.K. Look at the inside. See, I like the naked one so much better. I don't know. I like the naked cover. And look at the beautiful, cool sprayed edges. But I believe R.K. Lily was at Authors in the Bluegrass. I think maybe the first book of this was signed. But, oh, here's the back. But I like the naked covers a lot better. I'm just one of those people, I guess. I don't remember which box this was. The books in this are Grounded and Mr. Beautiful. So this is a series I haven't read. Man, these ones I'm really excited about. So these were a pre-order for Arcane Society. Now Arcane is usually like paranormal fantasy. They're a sister box of Mystic and Belle. And these ones, they did special editions of the first 5 books of the Fever series. So, because this is one of my all-time favorite series, I had to splurge and get myself these beautiful books, because I do already have the paperback, like mass market paperbacks that I've read like a million times. At least 4 times I've read them. And then, look at them. They're the dust jackets, the reverse dust jackets. Like, I'm not a huge fan of because it looks too YA, like the YA fan art, and I don't like that, because this is definitely like adult fantasy. But these books are among my favorite. I read the first 5 like at least 4 or 5 times, because they are just amazing. So that one was Dark Fever, and then we have Blood Fever, which is book 2. On the inside. See, I love the naked covers so much better. They are reversed. Obviously, the dust jackets are reversible, but I think I like these ones better. I don't think... Oh, yeah, they're all also signed on the inside, by the way. I didn't show that in the first book, but they all have the same signature. So we have book 3, which is Fae Fever. Just gonna I love the purple. Ooh, this is another reason I don't like dust jackets, is because you gotta show the whole thing, and like it's a whole process. Like, just let me just spin the book around. Shadow Fever. I think this one Dream Fever is book 4. I think this one might be my favorite book, just because of how book 3 ends, and like the beginning. I think it's the beginning of this book that I really, really love. And then, yeah, see, the art is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I don't know, I like I don't know. I like what I like, I guess. And then we have book 5, which is Shadow Fever. I don't know if they're going to end up doing all of them, because like I said, there's like 11, I think, books total in the series. But if they do, I will collect them all, because I don't have a complete matching set, because the covers got changed so many times over the years, like mid-series. So like none of my sets match. Like the first 5 books I have in the mass markets match. No, the first 4 books. The 5th book is different. The hardcovers are all different. Like they're all up there. You can kind of see them. But like they're all different. None of them match. Like 2 books out of them will match at a time, and it's just really irritating. So like having like an actual like set, a matching set like this, just makes me like so happy. And I love like the dark muted colors. They're so beautiful. They're so pretty. These are probably some of my favorite books to have. So yeah, so those are all of the books that I acquired in October outside of my signing exclusives. But again, you can see those up in my video for Authors in the Bluegrass. But yeah, so now that I have everything hauled, I can finally get to reorganizing my shelves, which is a different video that you'll probably see come out after this one, because it's probably going to take me a little while to do. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know if you guys are like, have any like special editions of, if you're a subscriber to anything, any boxes that you really love, or you have like special editions that are like your prized possessions, or even some that you're like desperately in search of, and you've like, they're your unicorn books that you haven't been able to find yet. I have a couple of those, and one of them is Mystic Box's Birthday Girl, which we all know is impossible to find, because I think there was like maybe 500 of them made at the time. But that's one of my unicorn books that I'm really, really hoping to find sometime in the future for not ridiculous money, which will probably be unheard of. But anyway, that's gonna be it for that's gonna be it for me for this video, guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye.